Hi there, this is Jara from Tap In Your Purpose, and today I have a question for you. Are you resisting the idea of choosing a niche or finding a niche? There is this saying that has lots of wisdom in it that what we resist resists. And if you're resisting having a niche or finding it, what you are persisting in is struggling to communicate what you do, persisting in being invisible to those who need you, and of course, persisting in not making enough income from your work. Yeah, because, after all, what is really a niche? However you pronounce that, okay? Well, let me tell you something. I use lots of metaphors related to buildings because I'm a former architect, but this one, it's not really a metaphor. A niche, the definition of a niche is really your the position you occupy in a place, in a space. So your niche is a space you can claim as your own in the market field. It's where you belong, the thing you do, and whom you do it for. So it's really a space in which you feel comfy and you can contribute the best to others. So if it's only one space, why it is so scary for coaches, for healers, for any type of holistic therapist? Why is it so scary for us? Well, first is we have ingrained in us those weird ideas like if I focus on helping a specific group of people with a specific problem, the thing is I won't be able to be creative. I will be limiting myself. I won't be able to do everything I can do for others. And it will be so boring. Well, that's what we think, but then reality isn't like that. Our niche is just the entryway, the doorway which those people who need us have in front of them to find us. Like if you say to a friend, "Oh, come to my home." "Oh, where do you live?" She would ask. "Yeah, well, I live in this street and this number." If you didn't have that specific information, she wouldn't be able to find you. She would be driving around and around the neighborhood without being able to find you. So no, your niche is just that entryway through which they can get into your world, into your space. Okay, so it's nothing. There's nothing scary about that apart from our limiting ideas. Yeah, but there is a spiritual lesson there behind that, and I went through that myself, and that's why I care so much about this topic of having a niche. And the spiritual lesson is related to being humble. Yeah. Um, in Jungian psychology, we define the term as the ego inflation when we think we know everything, and well, the more your ego gets inflated, the harder the fall will be. So when my work as an architect proved to be the wrong place for me, the wrong one for me, I went through the dark night of the soul, the proverbial dark night of the soul, trying to find my place, trying to find the answer to what I'm meant to be doing with my life. What's my purpose? I did lots of research, used many different tools, trying to come up with the answer for that. So, what am I meant to be doing with my life? If what I was doing before wasn't really my path, and I started to find lots of the things that I did well, that I enjoyed doing, and that I was passionate about. So yeah, I started doing those things. And again, I had some naive ideas about what living my purpose really was. I thought, well, if it is my purpose, first, it will be easy. And once I'm doing it, I will really love it. And you know what? Since spirit or the universe or God, whatever you call it, designed me to do that, wants me to be doing that, that doing that will bring me all the financial stability and it will be financially sustainable. Let's put it like that. And I was convinced of that. Okay, it was a bit naive on my part. Yeah, I agree. So when spirit got tired of my ego inflation, even though I was doing what I wanted to be doing, I felt I was on the right path for me. I was creating courses, I was offering products, and still people were not buying them. I was talking about my work, I was writing articles, I was doing everything I thought I had to do, and yet still not enough income, not even to cover my business expenses. Yeah, that was a hard truth to swallow. Yeah, but it's true. That happened to me. So I had to say, okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what people want. And I had to embrace humility in my heart. Years later, I learned from Mark Silver that we can call any quality that we need into our hearts just by placing one hand over our heart and breathing and calling to be filled up with that quality. And I started to call for humility. And once I began to accept that and to accept that I didn't know everything, I was willing to do things in a different way. And from that moment onwards, I was thinking differently about what my purpose was and how it really relates to others. So our niche, it's nothing more and nothing else than that common space in which our purpose meets what our clients need and want. Our purpose meets theirs in space. And we can claim that as our place, our space from which we can help others. Okay, so let me give you a few ideas that you can start implementing now. If you want to find your niche and feel good about it, just be willing to accept that you don't know everything. We don't know everything about our clients. We start by not knowing who our ideal clients are in the first place, okay? So just be humble enough to accept, okay, I need to figure it out. I need to connect with others and learn and observe and see from everything I love to do, where can I put myself into service to a need that already exists? And who is struggling with that? So do your best to know them, to understand their needs and their pains and their struggles, what it is like to go through that difficult time. Yeah, understand that. And then be also willing to figure out what's the resonant language that you need to be using to connect with them where they are. For example, I could be recording this video speaking Spanish, that's my mother tongue, but I'm using English because most of my readers wouldn't understand it otherwise. So it's really being humble to say, I will speak in a way that you can hear me. It's me who needs to be humble, okay? And go to where you are and explain things without jargon and without arrogance, you know? And then finally, I will be able to create products. Again, asking you, understanding what it is you need. So what type of products would you need? Would you want right now? So those are the things that you need to start thinking coming from a humble place. So finally, let me ask you, have you done that research? Have you been willing to be humble enough to question, to doubt your assumptions about your business? Who are you here to help? And what are those people really wanting to get from you? that's the beginning of the beginning. And if you don't start with those questions, or at least in that curiosity mode to find out the answers, you will be creating courses and they will fall flat. Nobody will purchase them because you will be coming from ego inflation, as I did. Because I've gone through all this, and let me tell you, more than once. So it doesn't make sense to continue thinking, oh, I know. Most of the times, we just don't know. So the spiritual lesson that you can embrace is be humble and be open to listen and to discover the answers. And that's all I have for you today. So let me know if you have any questions. Okay, bye for now. Thank you.